computer science student or some other electronics or electrical or whatever may be your branch, it is mandatory for you people to have knowledge on Python. So I'll tell you what is the reason and why I'm using this statement. Okay, I'll tell you the reason so that at the end of this session, okay, you can understand and you are going to know why I given this statement. Okay, so with this, let me start my presentation. Let me share my screen. So if you have any doubts in between, also you can okay, feel free to ask me, because always I'm ready to take doubts from the students. I think the screen is visible, right? So
Yes, sir.
yes, okay. Okay, so here the motto is maybe in the next coming days, each and every engineering student, especially engineering student, okay, must have knowledge on this Python. Okay, maybe in your curriculum, whether you are having Python or not, okay, in first year or second year, maybe you studied at somewhere in one semester. You are having maybe some basics of Python. Maybe in second year, first sem, if you are a core computer science student or IT student or a data science student, so maybe you can study basics of Python in one semester and Python data structures in other semester. Maybe advanced Python in one more semester. Maybe you studied this. Subject in three parts, or sometimes okay, like data science students or AI ML students maybe studied in four parts. Okay, but at the end of your graduation also, okay, so whether you are studied or not studied, okay, nowadays almost all the interviews are going to be in the olden days, for example, how the interviews are going to be happened is they are going to ask you some program on C language. Okay, so now they are going to give you three options. Okay, so the student has to select any language by your choice. Maybe you can go with C, or maybe you can go with Java, or maybe you can go with Python. So the advantage of learning this Python is okay, if you did the task in Python, then obviously you are going to be more impressed by the company people. Okay, so than if you did in C or Java. So everyone is maybe okay. So still the students are not habituated to do the things in Python because they are not having that much of knowledge. Okay, because especially the students who are going to pass out in 2021. Okay, means last year passed outs. So actually they don't have that much of knowledge. Maybe they started Python as elective subject, or maybe they did some small project. Okay, but they didn't have that much of knowledge to solve the problem given by a company like TCS or Cognizant. Okay, so that's why they're opted for a language like C or Java. So anyway, so that is the importance. So let me give some introduction about this Python. So from the last 3 to 4 years, the entire globe is looking at technology. Okay, so that is almost Java is going to be replaced by this Python. So if you go for any company, any MNC company, okay, whether it is level 1 or level 2, level 3, level 4, any company nowadays, they are going to, if there is any requirement in their company, the requirement is must and should, okay, required Python programmer, required Python developer, required some data analyst, required some data scientist. So these are the common words you are going to find out in almost all the companies. If they have some requirement, then definitely the requirement is these type of requirements only. No one is asking, okay, required Java programmer, or required Java developer, required C programmer, C developer. Okay, so those actually in the past, simply they are going to use some word like requirement for software developer, a requirement for software engineer, a requirement for programmer. So nowadays, especially they are going to mention the word Python. Okay, required Python developer or data analyst. Data analyst means indirectly the expert in Python. Okay, or machine learning engineer or data analyst. All these are derived from Python only, directly or indirectly. So these are some of the reports what I collected. Okay, so I think you heard about this famous Forbes, right? So this is one of the famous okay report given by the Forbes. That is the most demanded skill of 2021 is Python. So and maybe you may have some doubt. Okay, so you mentioned only 2021 demanded skill. Okay, so but just we joined in engineering, or we are studying first year, second year, like that. After 2 years, after 3 years, what is the position of this Python? There is no doubt in that this Python will be there in the market at least for 10 years. Okay, so because everything whatever you want to do with the data, because nowadays we are getting a lot of data in each and every application. Okay, starting from your social networking websites, or online shopping websites, or whatever maybe you are working. Okay, you are going to work with the different types of data. You are going to work with a lot of data. So maybe you heard about some subject like data mining or DBMS. Okay, so in the past actually we are going to use this DBMS and data mining are the subjects used for dealing with the data. But nowadays the buzzwords are like data science, artificial intelligence, machine learning, deep learning. Okay, so all these are the most important areas where we are going to dealt with uh, a large amounts of data, and it is having a very popular for multiple domains. So as I said, this Python is not only applicable for a particular domain. Okay, it's not like okay, I want to develop a website, then I can write a program in Java, then I can develop a website by using Python. Means Python is not only for websites, not only for a specific domain. If you take any domain, okay, so for almost all the domains we are going to apply this Python. Anyway, we'll see what are the domains and where we are going to apply this Python. Okay, so we'll see in the next coming slides. And used by millions of developers across the globe. As I said, even though most of the companies are having the developers in different technologies, like some companies are having developers in Java, developers in C, developers in C++. But almost all the companies simply they are migrating from the technologies to Python. So if a company TCS is having some 500 developers in Java technology, so simply they are asking, simply they are migrating okay to Python developers. They are simply migrating from Java to Python. So why they are migrating means there are so many reasons. We'll see that reasons also why this Python is most popular, and why the companies are okay required this Python programmers, and why they are migrating from Java to Python. We'll see the reasons also. And the point obviously I think most of the students dream is okay, it's a high paying jobs with constant requirement. So as I said, it is most demanding skill. So obviously they are going to pay you high salary also. So for example, if any company is recruited as a Java developer, and same company is recruited some Python developer, then definitely you will find out some difference in the package also. So that is the reason why the high paying jobs nowadays for Python developers. So any doubts in this slide?
No, sir.
Okay. So now why? This is the question. Maybe most of the students are waiting for this. Why we have to learn Python? Okay. So it is not going to be because it is there in your curriculum, okay, in one semester or 2 semesters. Okay, it's not the reason. Okay, like maybe you are studying in your first year. You may study mathematics, physics, or chemistry subjects. Okay, so because those subjects are there in your curriculum, definitely you are supposed to pass, because to get some graduation certificate, those you must and should pass. So that's why you are studying. And it's not like that. Python is not like that, because the subject is there in your some semester or second year first sem or second year second sem, because it is, and we are supposed to get some good grade. And once our 2-1 is over, then we may forget about Python. Okay, it is not like that. Even whether it is there in second year or third year, or okay, in some of the autonomous colleges or universities, even this subject is there in final year also, as elective subject, especially for non-CSC students. This is elective, so maybe they are studying this in final year also. Okay, and some of the students, mechanical civil students, are also, they are also doing the projects in Python, okay, in their final year second semester as a major project, so that they are going to learn, and they are going to do some project, even though they are not from computer science background. So the reason is nothing but, if you observe this graph, you can understand what is the reason why you are going to learn Python. Because as the world is moving towards automation, then obviously we are also supposed to move, right? We can't stay with our old technologies. So for example, so if the world is moving towards automation, if the world is asking for new technology, if you said, I don't know that technology, I don't heard about that technology, only I know Java, only I know C, only I know C++, means, okay, then they may search for the people who are having this new technology. So that is the reason why, if you observe this graph, almost the graph is okay, so increasing, means the Python technologies, if you observe from 2014 to 2019, and after 2019 also, okay, it is going to be increased. The companies are using, most of the companies are using this Python technology. If you observe this graph, then you can understand how this Python is used by the most of the companies. Okay, so as I said, it is very popular, not only in industry, it is used for research, and as well as for small projects and enterprise global solutions also, right? So yeah, this is extension why you are supposed to learn Python for the previous slide. So you are having means in which type of domains, as I said in the previous slides, okay, you are going to apply this Python in multiple domains. So these are the multiple domains where we are going to apply this Python. Okay, you can apply this Python in web development. Web development means, for example, if you want to develop some website, okay, then you can go for Python. So that is nothing but we are going to use it for web development. And big data means it's very simple. Data with high volume. Okay, means in general, in the olden days, maybe if I have 1 GB data, then I may think it is more data. Okay, 1 GB. But nowadays, okay, even we people are also not satisfied with some 64 GB memory card also. The 64 GB memory card is also not sufficient in our small mobile phones what we are using. So that's why big data means you are generating lots and lots of data, and you're working with lots and lots of data, maybe from gigabytes to terabytes, or terabytes to petabytes. So that is nothing but a big data. So in all big data applications, we are going to use this Python. Next, game development. This is nothing but for developing different types of game related applications. We can use Python. And user interface applications. User interface means for example, you want to log in into your Gmail, or you want to log in into your Facebook. You are supposed to enter your username and password. So that type of application we can call it as user interface applications. And data science, as I said, data science means I want to I'll give you some small example what is meant by data science application. For example, you are having some company, right? So your company is getting profits from the last 5 years, means from 2016 to 2020, your company is getting more and more profits. But suddenly your profits are decreased from 2021. Then you are going to find out what is happening. Okay, why your profits are getting down. So how you are going to find out? You are going to find out various reasons, and you are going to find out what is the solution and how you are going to improve your profits in the at least in the next quarter, like that. So for that you are going to analyze the data. What is happening? What is the data you have in your company from the last 5 years, and what is the data you are having in the last 6 months? In the last 6 months, you are getting some some losses, but in the last 5 years, you are getting some profits. So you are going to analyze the data. That is what we can call it as data science. You are going to study the relations between the data and how the changes are happened, and why you are not getting the previous why you are not getting the profits like the previous years. So data science means simply studying the characteristics of data, how it is changing. Okay, so as per the time how it is changing, and if it is changing, what type of measures you are supposed to take, that may be useful for your decision making, so that you can suggest the same modifications to improve your profits of a business. Okay, and this is one more important slide, how the popularity of this Python is going to be increased day by day compared to other programming languages. As I said, in the in the olden days, we heard about Java, that is dominated the entire industry almost more than 15 years. Okay, so most of the companies are their projects are in Java only. Still, most of the companies are depends on Java developers. But if you observe this table, okay, so actually this is a report given by the GitHub. Okay, GitHub is it is one of the famous repository. So it is report given by the GitHub. So Python is as per 2019 record only, the Python share in the entire industry, in the entire market is, the Python share is almost 30%, and Java share is 20%, and next the other programming languages like JavaScript, C hash, okay, PHP. And trend is going to be, it is a positive trend, it is going to be increased almost 4.5%. Actually, it is not the latest report, it is the old report only, but now almost now if you compare these numbers, now almost these numbers are slightly improved. Okay, so now Python is almost it's ruling the market. Nearly it is now 40% of the share is there. Okay, so and next the other technologies like Java, JavaScript, C hash, PHP are there in the next line. Okay, so which companies, okay, so are going to use Python? So I mentioned only few famous companies. I think already you've seen all these logos, or maybe you heard about all these companies. Most of the companies, okay, you're going to work in your daily life. Netflix, okay, you already you've seen, and already maybe you're having, all of you are having some Netflix account also. Okay, next Google, everyone is using Google. Facebook, okay, next Quora, next Dropbox, PayPal. So all these are famous companies who is using Python nowadays. So only I given some small number of companies, but most of the companies are using, and they are depends on Python only. Okay, so as I said, the companies like Google, so it is going to be used. I think all of you are aware. Google is one of the famous web search engine. If you want to search for anything, then obviously you are going to open Google and you type something, and obviously, okay, most probably you are going to satisfied. Whatever you are going to search for, obviously you are going to be satisfied with the results given by the Google. So, but in that search engine, so in the background they are going to use Python for this web search. Okay, next the famous names like Intel, Cisco, HP, Seagate, Qualcomm, IBM. Okay, all these are actually hardware components. Maybe you heard about Intel. Okay, it is famous hardware company. Cisco. If you want any networking router or okay, so any type of networking related components. Okay, internet related components. Okay, you are going to use the Cisco routers or Cisco. Okay. Cisco related products only we are going to use. HP, I think all of you heard about HP. Okay, so most of the printers, especially printers and even laptops are okay, so from HP. Next, Qualcomm, IBM, they are having different other components like processors. You may heard about Qualcomm processor, Seagate. Okay, it is also one of the famous company for IT products. Okay, so all these companies are using this Python as one of the main technology for okay software and as well as for the hardware. And nowadays, I think all of you have heard about this GIS, right? That the Google Maps we can say. Okay, so the GIS is also it's also using this Python technology. Next, YouTube, I think it's very famous, and all of you are okay. I think you are using in your day-to-day life for searching for a different type of videos. So here also this video sharing service is also written in Python only. Okay, what you can do means what type of applications you can do. As I mentioned, some applications in the previous sites, like you can do some website, like web developer. Okay, and you can develop some graphical user interface applications. Okay, you can do some internet scripting, and you can integrate the components. What is meant by component integration? You can integrate the components from okay, so various devices. Integration means simply mixing. Okay, so you can combine the components. Okay, that is what we can call it as component integration. Database programming means how you are going to store the data, how you are going to manipulate the data, how you are going to work with the data. That is database programming. And the gaming, as I said in the previous slides, gaming applications, images, XML, robots. Okay, nowadays maybe you heard about autonomous vehicles or self-driving vehicles. So in self-driving vehicles, in autonomous vehicles, robots, okay, so chatbots, all are actually implemented by Python only. Okay, why do people use Python? Yeah, this is the point maybe you are looking for. I said, okay, all of you, at the beginning itself, I mentioned, even though whether you are a computer science engineer or IT engineer or electrical engineer, electronics engineer, civil engineer, mechanical engineer, or some aeronautical engineer, you are supposed to learn Python nowadays. Okay, this is the point I mentioned at the beginning of my PPT. So the answer is, this is the answer. Okay, so Python is object oriented, means you can develop any type of application, you can solve any type of application by using Python, and it is free. You don't need to pay any single rupee to work with Python. It is open source, you can download it freely and you can implement it. And the most important point is it is very user friendly. Okay, means it's not like some other languages, C or C++. For example, C++, if you want to convert, actually what is meant by programming? Programming is nothing but converting your thoughts into a product. For example, I asked you something. Okay, add two numbers. I give two numbers, 20 and 10. I'll ask you add these two numbers. Everyone will answer. Okay, so 20 plus 10, 30. Can I ask you, can you write a program to add these two numbers? I didn't mention any language. I didn't mention C, C++, Java, Python. Just I asked you, can you write a program to add two numbers? Then most of the students are going to, okay, are going to writes, maybe some of the students will write and some of the students are going to struggle to write the program. Why you are struggling? Actually, you know, right? You know how to add two numbers, and you know inputs and you know outputs. Input is 20, first number, second number is 10, and output is you are getting 30. But same thing, you know, inputs and outputs, you know, everything, you know, logic is adding. Simply you are using arithmetical addition, that is adding, but you are unable to convert. You are unable to convert your thoughts into a program, or you are unable to convert your thoughts to a product, okay, or a program. So why? Maybe some of the people may thought C is a difficult language to learn. I know the mathematical logic. I am very good in maths, but I am poor in programming. Okay, maybe some of the students said like, I can write a program in C, but Java is very difficult language. Okay, I know everything in maths. I'm very good in maths. I got some full marks in mathematics in IP also, but I didn't know how to write a program. So those are the reasons, various reasons. If I ask you to write some program, very small program also, but if I ask you, or if I mention, can you write a program for the same in Python, then everyone is going to answer. Everyone is going to write the program. Why? Because Python is a very simple language to learn. Okay, you don't need to you don't need to think, and you don't need to write more lines of code. You don't need to write it. Everything is available in Python. So many standard libraries, inbuilt libraries, means we can say, in your language we can say ready-made is available. You don't need to write something by your own. Ready-made things are available. Okay, most of the time you are supposed to use it, or if it is not in a position to use, just you do some remodeling for the ready-made one, so that you will get the product. So just you know how to remodel it, how to do some makeup, so that you are going to get a product. So something is available. If not 100% is not available, but at least something is available. Some 50% is available, and you should know how to remodel and how to do the makeup for that. Then automatically you can write any program. You can do any type of application. That is the reason why, compared to other programming languages like C, C++, Java. Okay, so Python is very simple and it is user friendly, and the most important thing, especially for students point of view, you don't need to write some 1,000 lines of code, or some 10,000 lines of code for doing project also. Okay, so you can write very less lines of code for doing projects also. So that is the most important thing. Next, as I said, it is one of the popular technology. Why it is popular means, this is one of the report. Okay, so and by that report, actually this report is given by Stack Overflow. Okay, so these are the statistics given by the Stack Overflow. If you observe this graph, okay, so I mentioned various technologies like PHP, C hash, C++, Java, JavaScript, Python. If you observe Python, almost it is like it's like exponential. So the demand of Python is increasing exponentially. So that's why nowadays it is very popular. Yeah, and it is very powerful. Means some of the features I mentioned. Why it is powerful? Because it is dynamic typing. Dynamic typing means if anybody knows C language, C++, or Java, there in all those languages, C, C++, Java, all are we can say static typing. So you want to declare something if you want to use it. But in Python, you don't need to mention any data type. Directly, you can use whatever you require. So libraries, utilities, as I mentioned, everything is available in Python. So many standard libraries are there. Depending on the type of the application, you are having so many libraries are there. So that is the reason why you can use those libraries as per your requirement. And you are supposed to use some third-party utilities also. So by using these third-party utilities, you can make your code easy, and you can complete the requirements, or you can complete your functionality. And automatic memory management is also provided by the Python. Means you don't bothered about the memory requirements or memory constraints in your program. Okay, automatically these are going to be taken care by the Python. And the one more important feature is it is portable. What is meant by portability? Portability means, I think all of you heard about this word, portability. Nowadays, mobile SIM portability. Okay, so portability means SIM portability. Maybe I think, for example, in the olden days, you purchased a SIM in BSNL. They are given some number starting with 9440. So now you want to use the same number, but you want to convert, you want to migrate to some other network. That is nothing but portability. So here also, once you have written a Python in some platform, like a Windows platform, you written you did some Python project, you written some code. So you want to run this same project in other platform, maybe Linux, or maybe some Mac OS, or some Solaris. So that is we can call it as portability. Without modifying any code, once you have written some program in one platform, the same code, the same project you can run in other platforms. That is the meaning of portability. Okay, and yeah, what are the roles you are going to get if you are having some Python knowledge? Okay, so what are the positions? Okay, these are the different types of job roles you are going to get if you are having this Python skill. So the popular, actually I didn't mention all the positions. These are the popular positions only in most of the companies. Okay, so software developer or engineer, as I mentioned, software developer or engineer means you can say sometimes in some of the companies we can call it as it's Python programmer, or Python software developer, or Python software engineer. Next, web developer. So developing web developer means is a person who is going to develop the websites or web applications. Next to data analyst. Next to data scientist, machine learning engineer, artificial intelligence engineer. Actually 3, 4, 5, 6. These 4 positions are actually nowadays highly demanded positions, and you are going to get a package of minimum 6 lakhs to 15 lakhs as a fresher. I'm talking about only the package for freshers. Okay, so web developer, software developer, maybe you'll get the package in between 4 to 6 lakhs like that. But from position number 3 to 6, you are going to get minimum 6 LPA to 15 LPA. So depending on the type of the company. Okay, so this is the first role, Python developer, where you are going to write the code and you are going to develop some applications. There is a role of your job, that is Python developer. Next, web developer, where you are going to develop some websites. Not only Python, you are going to use some other web technologies like HTML and cascading style sheets. Okay, and you should have some knowledge in web technologies. Yeah, so this one also is having a lot of requirements in almost all the companies. So there is a huge requirement for this position also throughout the globe. Next to data analyst, as I said, data analyst is nothing but he is going to analyze the data and what is happening in the data. He is going to study the entire data. Okay, the characteristics, the properties. Okay, how the data is changing, how the data is varying. Okay, everything is going to study about the data. So this is the role of data analyst. So this is also one of the, as I mentioned, it is one of the top careers of the students. Okay, actually this is one of the dream job of the students. Okay, and this is a little bit okay, we'll get a little bit more package compared to data analyst, because the word itself, if you observe here, scientist, data scientist. Okay, so it is, as I said, Okay, the hottest career of all time. So most of the engineering students, their dream should be, okay. If I asked any student nowadays, maybe, okay, if you know something about this position, then definitely your answer is okay. I want to become a data scientist. In the past, maybe, okay, your goal or your dream should be like I want to become a software engineer. Okay, now the software engineer is not means it's also a very good position, but now this is one of the hottest positions, and this is one of the dream jobs of the youngsters. Okay, and this is one more position, we can say machine learning engineer, where you are going to train the machine. You are going to identify how the machine is learning by using various types of algorithms. As I said, the entire world is moving towards automation. So automation means just okay. So automation is happening by using this machine learning only. So this is also one of the main positions. Okay, so if you want to become next AI engineer, artificial intelligence engineer, where you are going to work with the different types of artificial intelligence technologies. And anyway, for all these positions, the Python is must and should. So depending on the position what you are having, you are going to work on different types of projects and different types of rules. Okay, so definitely if you want to use okay, any of these positions, if you want to become any of these positions, uh, the knowledge of Python is must and should. Next, what about this salary trends? Okay, so if you observe this chart, the salary trends, this is actually not the latest report, but okay, this report is uh, after 2019. Okay, in the month of December 2019. At that time, the annual salary for the mentioned positions, whatever I mentioned positions, for a web developer, okay, the approximate salaries you are going to get approximately, you will get 3 lakhs 10,000 like that. A software engineer will get approximately 5 lakhs. Okay, and DevOps engineer approximately will get 6.6 lakhs. Machine learning engineer and data scientist, you are going to get above 7 lakhs. So this is somewhat a latest report. This is given by payscale.com. It is one of the famous website. Okay. Uh, so they mentioned the salaries in India for each and every positions, for each and every job profiles. For software developer, approximately you are getting 5 lakhs, and for senior software developer, you are getting more than 5 lakhs, and for DevOps engineer, you are getting 6.5 approximately. And for data scientist, as I said, it is one of the okay, highest positions. Okay, so you are going to get nearly more than 8 lakhs per annum. And same trends, if you observe in United States of America. Okay, so these are the salaries mentioned in dollars. So for software developer, you are going to get some $71,000, and for senior software developer, you are going to get some $1,10,000, and for DevOps engineer, you are going to get some $65,000, and for data scientist, almost you are going to get $1 lakh. Okay, so this is other survey. This is given by Indeed. Okay, and they also mentioned, but here the salary is average salary. So here not as per the job profile in general. Okay, on average you are going to get a salary of approximately some 5.1 lakh per year in India. Same if you take in US, you are going to get almost $1,17,000 per year. Okay, next, maybe you have some doubts. Already I mentioned in the middle of my presentation. Okay, nowadays the students who are already joined in BTech, or okay, who are going to join. Okay, as a BTech student, you may have some doubt. Okay, now Python is okay. There are a lot of jobs in Python, but what about after 4 years or after 3 years? Because if you joined in BTech, you don't think about this 3 years or 4 years, right? You are going to think about after my BTech, what is the scope of Python? What is the future of this Python? As I mentioned, okay. So, and not only me, not only some other companies. So NASCAM, I think already maybe I think you heard about this. Uh, okay, NASCAM, the word. Okay, it is actually Association of Software Companies. That is National Association of Software Companies. So NASCAM itself mentioned, according to the NASCAM, Indian IT industry is expected to close for the year 21 with over 1,38,000 new Python developers, highs, taking the total employee base to 4.47 million. So you don't worry about what is the future of Python after 10 years or after, okay, 5 years. So it is obviously it should be there, and we don't have any other technologies in near future to replace Python. That is sure. Why? Because there are no other technologies who is going to replace Python. It is now. Now it is not possible. Maybe after 15 years or 20 years. Okay. If they came into the market also, it's not going to be a substitution for Python. So Python should be there always. Okay. So in the market, as it is having so many features, and you can apply in various domains, and you can do different types of applications. Okay. So that's why definitely this Python is going to rule the market at least for 2 to 3 decades in the worst case. Okay. So most probably you don't have any replacement for the Python. So you don't think about what's the future. If I learn Python, can I get any job, or is it mandatory to learn Python? So these type of questions uh, don't okay, come into your mind. Just you try to learn it if you are having good knowledge in Python. Okay, just otherwise, if you have any doubt, you search for any job portal like Naukri.com or Times Jobs or Shine.com or some other job portals like Indeed. Just you search for Python software developer or Python programmer. Just you search with these keywords. You'll find out thousands of jobs. Okay, so I'm talking about only Indian job portals like Naukri, Times Jobs, Shine. These are only Indian job portals. But if you want to search like global portals, then you will find out some lakhs of jobs. Right. This is about my presentation. So thank you very much for your patience. If you have any queries, please ask me. I'll try to answer your questions.
Thank you, sir. Students, now if you raise your hands, we will have a doubt session with the teacher, and after having the doubts clarified, then I will start with the course durations and everything. So yes, Chandrasekhar Reddy. Chandrasekhar Reddy, I will unmute you. Right. Sir. Yeah, Chandrasekhar Reddy, unmute. Just can you unmute your mic? What is your doubt, ma? Chandrasekhar. Chandrasekhar, you want to ask any doubt? Okay. Anand? Anand, you can unmute your mic and you can speak. Anand is also not asking any doubt. So,
Anand Havale, you raised your hand. Okay. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me. Otherwise, Is it happened by mistake?
Yeah. Anybody else you want to speak anything? If anybody wants to ask any doubt regarding the Python and other programming things, you can raise your hand and you can unmute and you can speak. Okay, students, actually we have planned this course. Actually, we have two things here. One is C programming and another one is Python programming. So C programming is planned for 45 hours, 1 hour per day. And Python programming is also planned for 45 days, 30 days for core Python and 15 days for advanced Python with project-based training. And so total 90 days. You can learn one after another, or you can learn parallelly also, because for Python no prerequisite is required. So you can right away learn, but generally it is better to learn one after another. So yes, anybody wants to speak anything? The classes will be for 1 hour per day, only in the evening after 7. Okay, and classes will be recorded also. If you miss any class or if you want to refer in the future, those recordings also will be provided to you. So you can refer those things also. Fine. So any doubts? Surprising. Yeah, money creator.
Sir,
Mr.
you teach us also Java, sir.
Can you repeat once?
Sir, also you teach us Java. Only C or Python.
We have Java also. Right now, the batch is starting for C and Python. After that, we have Java also.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, we have C, Python, Java, CSS, HTML, and JavaScript. All these are there. Any other doubt, students? Anybody want to ask you anything? Yeah, okay, the classes will be starting from Monday onwards. Today is Tuesday, tomorrow Wednesday. Na? So next Monday onwards, we are starting the class, and now it is open for registration. I will keep all the details in the group. I have already added you all. I think you are all in the group. So I'll keep all the particulars and registration details. Okay. So yeah, if you have any queries apart from this, my number is also there in the group. Once again, I will keep my number. You can directly contact me. And if you want to know our address, see, this is a live online training portal. But anyhow, if you want to know our address, see, this is our website. Acharya. See, acharya.net is our website, where you can find a tutor or coaching center for your home tuition. Also, we have the trainings, skill trainings under skills from home category. So here, if you want to see, there are right now in the website, we have kept only C and Python. We are incorporating other things also very soon. Okay, other branch engineering core skills are also available. Okay, so here you can see our website, address also, contact number, email ID, everything is there. If you want to see me, you can go to about our team. This is me. Okay, you can go through my profile. And if you want to see our Facebook or Instagram pages, they're also available here. See Twitter, we have Facebook, and we have Instagram also. acharya.net with the same name in the Facebook also. Okay, so this is about ourselves. We are with more than 7,500 qualified teachers with this, and we have nearly 10,000 subjects what we are going to deal with. And already see 29,878 students have already learned across the country. And coming to the core skills, this year 2,468 students have already learned. So that is our profile Acharya is. Okay, and all the courses are with the lowest cost in the country. See, you can find any course. It will never cross your beyond your expectations. Okay, so same courses, if you go outside, see, it will be 15,000, 20,000, 30,000. They will take based on your interest. Okay, so same skills, even better than that, because we have experts, not regular trainers. Okay, so wish you all the best. So I'll keep all the details in the group today, and we'll see. We will, if you are interested, you can register by Saturday, and we'll be meeting in the regular classes. Okay, students. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your valuable time.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much for accepting our invitation. So soon we'll be starting our classes.